Hey sister friends, it's Terry. Welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Brush Show. And today we're talking about something different than I planned on. But we're gonna talk about stains. And this is a board that my husband made for me for a watercolor painting class probably 15 years ago with an artist named Flo Fessler out of Leesville, Louisiana. This is Luan, and he wrote me a note, good luck Picasso, love Eric on there, so I don't want to mess up that side, it means something to me. Luan is sort of like plywood, but it's generally, it looks like it's 3 plies here, but you would generally describe it as a 1 ply. It's 1/4 inch thick. Usually, and this may vary, but usually one side is birch so it can be stained or painted and look pretty. And the back side is like a Middle Eastern mahogany or something like that. This side doesn't take the stain and paint as well because it's sort of textured, but that's the side I'm gonna use today because I don't wanna mess up the side my husband wrote a note to me on. So Luan is used for like replacing the backs on furniture, drawer bottoms, and just times when you need something really inexpensive. Although it's not cheap, it's not as expensive as say a 1/4 inch birch, stained grade plywood. If I were gonna try, I've never stained the back of Luan, but if I were gonna try to stain something that was textured in this kind of way, or pine or something that had a knot, I would always use a wood conditioner. This is the one that I use. This one is called Varathane. Seals soft wood for even color, superior penetration, works under any oil-based stain. It's a pre-stain treatment. I'm not doing that today because I'm never going to use this for anything, but just know if I planned on using this for something, I would coat it with this first to even out the texture so that when you do stain it, it'll absorb the stain evenly. I'm going to put just 2 or 3 pieces of tape on here for I don't know what reason why, just to sort of separate where we're staining. What I have with me, the ones that I normally use are the Dixie Belle Voodoo Gel Stain. And Voodoo Gel Stain is water-based and it's penetrating. So whenever you use that, it will go down into the wood grain and sink way down in there. And sometimes raise the grain a little and stuff like that. So there's instances where you want that. And then my favorite is the No Pain Gel Stain, which is what I'm going to use on top of this in a minute. And it is oil-based and it doesn't penetrate, it sits on top. So you can go over anything with it. Then we have the others. This one is Rust-Oleum Wood Stain and Vintage Aqua. This is just called Rust-Oleum Ultimate Wood Stain. Complete your project 3 times faster, dries in 1 hour, get color in 1 coat, all that selling stuff. So I'm not gonna do both of these because really they're the same thing in just a different color. This is how the Dixie Belle No Pain Gel Stain used to come. Now it comes like this, but it's the same thing, just this is 2 different colors. This was Georgian Cherry and this one is Walnut. So all the colors I'm fixing to use are walnut. Retique It Interior Exterior Water-Based Gel Stain. So this is considered a gel stain as well, and I am paranoid as everything that I don't have my apron on, but I don't see it, so let's just pray I don't wonk up my clothes. Okay, with this one in particular, the Voodoo Gel Stain, you can see it's separated from here down and from here up. You can see the liquid, so you always have to shake it. And not only am I gonna shake it really good before I start using it, but I'm gonna shake it really good every time I pick it up to get another hunk of it. And this is water-based and it is penetrating, so you can put it directly on or you can put it on a rag. I'm gonna put it on a rag or this is an applicator pad, Dixie Belle applicator pad. That's what I really like to use for staining, because I'm afraid with this being penetrating, if I just put some on here, it's gonna be darker where I first put it at. So I'm gonna squirt some on this pad, or not. Let's see if it has one of them little closure things in there. Yep, pretty smart of them. Here we go. Okay, so I'm looking for a clean spot here. Just put some Voodoo Gel Stain on there. This is Tobacco Road. And I'm just wiping it on. It's gonna penetrate down into this back side of this Luan and stain it. You can, if that doesn't seem dark enough to you, you can come back and let this dry, put on another coat and another coat. It's buildable. The next one I'll use will be the Rust-Oleum. This doesn't say whether it's water-based or oil-based, but it smells not really strong, but it smells a little bit strong. So I definitely don't think it's water-based. But I stirred it really good yesterday, or day before yesterday, before I used it. But you do always want to stir really well, because sometimes the pigment particles will sink to the bottom. Let's go right here. This is one where you can rub it on like this, and then leave it on there a few minutes and then wipe it back off. And it is also, you know, I would believe a buildable coverage. Next we have the Retique It Gel Stain. And what surprised me about this one is that it's a gel stain. And when I think of a gel stain, I think of something being thick like a gel. And this is not. This is thin as water, just like the water-based one and the last one were. That was not a gel stain, but just I guess an oil stain. Here we go. Find another clear corner. Just gonna dip it in there. This one looks a lot darker to begin with. Just pick it up and put it on. And I'm just wiping it on in the same fashion. You can put this on with a rag. You can put it on with this applicator pad. You can put it on with a chip brush. Just don't put it on with one of your good brushes, because it may or may not come out of your brush good. So same thing, if I wanted it darker, I would put another coat. They're both called, those two are both called Walnut. Now this is oil-based, it's not water-based like most of the rest of the Dixie Belle products. This is oil-based. It's easy to, it does have a little bit of a smell. Why did I do that? That's like, hey, taste this sour milk. Anyways, this stuff is thick as like pudding. So I put that on there and it's thick. And you see how when it goes on there, it's I'm rubbing it around here and there, and it is definitely a different kind of stain than the others. I like it because I can see everywhere it's going, everywhere it is. I can know how much I've put on. I just like that I like that it's thick. That is just one of those preference things. I'm gonna wipe it right back off. This is another one of those times where it is buildable, but this is gonna sit on top. So that means it will cover up this line that I have in the middle and the differences in the stains there. But what I'm gonna do is, and these are all three considered walnut, so that's something you always have to think about too whenever you buy something, is walnut to one company is a little bit different than walnut from another company. I like the really dark, and I usually use espresso. I'm surprised that one says walnut, but I do like it, and I'm fixing to put some on there. But that's just some differences in your stains between the water-based. What I wanted you to know is it is, and that's dry already, is it's gonna sink in. This looks really cool when you use like a stencil and you put it over a piece and you just stencil something a little bit darker, but you have to make sure that stencil is really stuck down good so that it doesn't seep under the, here we go, doesn't seep under the tape or the adhesive, whatever you use. So there you go. But anyway, so there's the difference in the stains. If you have any questions on that or another one that you want me to try, just let me know and I will make it happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.